to really overturn in a minute or two. Let's keep this game moving. I think we all love a free-flowing game.
I agree.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 4 points now in the quarter. Now Porter, scoreless thus far. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report. Horford the pass to Tatum. All right, Shams, I know you can't reveal all your secrets, but how do you develop relationships with your sources? The players, the agents, the GMs, the scouts all over the NBA.
It comes year after year. This has been something I've been doing for the better course of the last 15 years. So for me, it's about relationships. It's about daily.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
And the powerful one-handed slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Prince. Celtics leading by 4. Hey, Shams, for the past decade that you've been a major player in the NBA, it's been LeBron's league, it's been Curry's league. Who else is going to take over this league, you think, coming up around the corner?
Given the NBA Finals we just had, have to throw in Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Luka Doncic into the fold as far as faces of the NBA. But Nikola Jokic is so good. He will be one of the guys for a while. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you have to mention him as well. But ultimately, you have to also keep an eye on Victor Wembanyama, the way that Victor Wembanyama could take over the league. And already, so early, was so special. Victor Wembanyama is someone to keep an eye on.
Okay, they just passed a note down to me, our gang here. What about Anthony Edwards at Minnesota? He's another one, right? Young American player who is really making an impact.
Anthony Edwards, Devin Booker, you have to consider those two as well. And it's special, the crop of young players that we have coming up in this league. One of them is sure to emerge as this generation's, whether you want to call it Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, there will be a face out of this crop.
And we cannot wait. And the Bucks with some changes. Bobby Portis is checked in for Antetokounmpo. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Porter. And Lillard subbed in for Rollins. Brown is checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. 1:58 left here in the second. Back to Kuzma. Lopez, a screen on Brown. Inside. And Lopez throws it down.
The big fella with the big finish. Lopez rocking that rim.
Here's Mr. Clutch. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Scoring the ball, he has been lethal and efficient. Wow.
Shams, we appreciate you stopping by. We know you got a lot of things to do, a lot on your plate. Your phone's going bananas. It's lighting up about every 15 seconds. You go take care of that. We'll see you back here next time.
I can always make time for you guys. Kevin, appreciate you guys having me on.
Shams Charania, the best. Thank you so much. Great stuff right there from Shams. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Boston on top, leading by just 2. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hi, everybody. We've got...
And a look here now at the Bucks. This team wants to do big things, Shaq-sized things. And I got to say, they're looking almost as dominant as Kenny.
Easy, big fella, but I got to say, they are making it look easy, here in this early part of the season at least. And as we review this first half for the Celtics, still anybody's game.
Getting points from that second unit was clutch. Depth protects you against injury, but it can also win a game for you.
Yeah, and those starters are going to have the fresh legs for the second half.
And that's all for us.
And we've got second half action for you thus far. Over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Porter's checked in for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Kevin Porter is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Jackson in at the small forward. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
Boy, that is grown man ammonia strength from Porzingis there. How can defenders stop that?
Here's Lillard, and there's the drive. Count it. Lillard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Mr. Clutch. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee in the lead. Fast break, Milwaukee. Here's Giannis. And Mr. Clutch pulls it down.
His shot's it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Basket counts. Mr. Clutch has got 18 points.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Lillard looking around for three. Rebound, Boston.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got his fourth rebound in this one. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. You were talking about Giannis. He can put up 30 a game without taking many shots from the perimeter. That's a tall order these days, especially because he gets doubled every single time. Clark, the last piece of the puzzle for Giannis Antetokounmpo, winning that 2021 NBA title.
And Kevin, think about this. When Giannis got that ring, he also had 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year award. Man, that's accomplishing a lot at just 26.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Portis is checked in for Lopez, and it's Taurean Prince in for Jackson. Puts up a deep three. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. It's a 1-point game. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Bucks making a change here. Sims is checked in. On the wing, Porter. Guarded by Tatum. Kicks it out to Lillard. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 11 points.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Here's Porter. Yep, it counts. And it's a 6-point Milwaukee lead.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And so it's Milwaukee. With a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. We've got Mr. Clutch. Jason Tatum is out there with Horford, and it's Pritchard in at the 1 spot.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket for Mr. Clutch. Buck shooting 40% from the field. To the paint. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
The slam from Portis, impressive. Using that size around the rack.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. On offense here, the Bucks. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Pass to Rollins. Here he goes. The kick out to Porter. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Mr. Clutch, and they're unable to get the tying basket there. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Celtics have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
They came close there to tying it up.
Yeah, you know.
Oh, what a move! Giannis!
So strong. Giannis has really added some bulk since entering the league. Helps him absorb the contact.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Prince. Jackson, he's checked in for Kevin Porter. And Lillard subbed in for Rollins. Here's Mr. Clutch. And Damian Lillard pulls it down. Lillard's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Kuzma. Rebounded by the Celtics. Tatum's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Mr. Clutch. Covered by Giannis. That one goes. Count it. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lillard. Banked in off the glass. Lillard's got 9 points here in the second half.
Lillard steps up, and you know this guy delivers in the clutch.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And yes, it's good.
How about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
To tie it up. It's good. This game is all even. Mr. Clutch has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
And nothing fancy really about that play. That's just good old-fashioned hard-nosed basketball to get that.
Stolen by Jackson. Lopez outside. Floats it up for Giannis. And that one goes out of bounds. Nice touch by Tatum.
Huge turnover. At really the worst possible time. You have to value every possession, especially at this stage of the game.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Jackson. Shoots over White. 6 on the shot clock. And the dunk by Lopez.
When you have a reliable big man like Lopez who can get you buckets like that, it's really such an asset for a team.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Lopez covering. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Lillard outside. To the inside. No one near him. It's good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And he commits the intentional foul. "44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And an intentional foul right there. First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee, and that's an intentional foul. He hits the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game.
Job well done at the line on that possession. They'll make things a little easier on themselves if they can convert those.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Mr. Clutch. Boston again missing. Well, this one is winding down now. Milwaukee can watch the clock run out. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And so the Bucks take the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
Well, I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart.
Sorry, man. Tough game tonight.
Hey, they're professionals too. Visualize a win tonight. Then go out and take it.
There he is.
Okay, MP, let's turn it around right here.
Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. It's the first game of the NBA Cup. Hi, everyone. And a look at the stats for Jaylen Brown.
And by looking at his true shooting percentage over the last 5 games, you can see how much he's paying attention to his shot selection.
Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
You cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Well, guys, you can't look at this team and not get into the topic of MP. He's been a very vocal and driving force for his squad. and he's made it known that he's got his sights set on winning the NBA Cup this season.
You got to love how that just ramps up his teammates, the coaching staff, and even us at the broadcast table. But seriously, I'm going to be looking at how tough each of these group stage games are for MP. He and his guys aren't the only team with their sights set on the NBA Cup this season.
And Atlanta, looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Capella at the 5. Then it's Terrence Mann. Then it's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 1. Let's send it over to Allie for a report on MP.
Hey, BA. Well, no surprise, MP is on a mission to bring home the NBA Cup, telling me I want to be a part of a winning legacy. That's my main goal in any competition I'm in. Victories come first. All the individual stuff comes later. Would you expect anything less from MP, Brian?
Nope, we sure wouldn't. And this guy is all in. Risache, he's checked in for Krejci. Over the last few years, Atlanta struggled defensively, Greg.
Yeah, the Hawks haven't been better than 20th in defensive rating since 2017. They've had some great offensive teams during that time, but their defense has held them back.
Back to LeVert. Inside, 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Risache. He drops it from range.
Yeah, good mechanics and a high release. Risache's shot is pretty refined and ready for quick attacks like this.
A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is. That's a whistle. He did not want to hear. His second foul.
Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Mr. Clutch in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Well, take your choice. You can either foul him or watch him dunk. Well, actually, in this case, you could get both.
Hawks trail by 3. Now here's Mann. Pass to Capella. And the slam dunk by Capella.
Another dunk in the career of Clint Capella, and he's got a lot of them.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. To the middle. Here's Capella, and a slam dunk by Capella.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Hauser, that's good.
And when he was younger, Tatum would often try to do it all himself, but now he wants to keep everybody involved.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Here's Risache. Pass to Mann. Shot clock at 5. Here's LeVert. Rebound by Mr. Clutch. Boston leading by 4. Hauser passes to Mr. Clutch. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
The Hawks have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why. The first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Hawks ahead. They lead by 1. And we've got more action coming your way after this break.
Hey folks, welcome. The Atlanta Hawks find themselves here in a close one at the half.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Now let's take a moment to Thanks for joining us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far,
Come on, MP.
pass to Brown. Here's Mr. Clutch. Guarded by Okongwu. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Mr. Clutch has got 11 points.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
And Atlanta looking at who they've got. Johnson at the 4 with Okongwu at the 5. Trae Young out there with Dyson Daniels. And it's Risache in at small forward.
You have to prevent him from getting to the paint unless you want to see a highlight.
Hawks trail by 3. And that's an intentional foul. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Well, the Hawks shooting at 49% so far in the game. Tatum and Horford, the duo at forward. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at the shooting guard position. That's the Boston 5. Capella, screen on Tatum.
And that's 5. One more, and he'll be disqualified. Got to be more careful.
And so it's Atlanta who scrapes by with a win. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the...
Welcome in to the Jalen Murphy Show.
Sometimes the shots just don't fall. Tough game tonight. Get them next time. They're a good team, but we got you.
So we're gonna win. MP, you're my favorite player, man. Oh.
Welcome to 2K Sports Live Saturday night coverage. Well, here we are, Stan, beginning of the season. Certainly, what has stood out to you so far in these early days?
Well, Kevin, there's...
So for Toronto right now, we've got Chris Boucher And it's Lawson in at the 2-guard position. Pass to Mobo. No good on the 3.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
Mr. Clutch's shot is off. Last game for the Celtics, they pick up the win against the Brooklyn Nets. Lawson the pass to Ingram. No one near Boucher as he lets it go. And again, Toronto no up. Celtics trail by 4. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Had a chance to catch up with Joe Mazzulla. And their focus on defense, Brandon Ingram. Coach told me Brandon presents unique problems. It's the skill and size combination. You just don't see it too often. Anytime Ingram touches the ball, everyone will be focused on stopping him. Should be a good one tonight, guys.
Thank you, David.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Ingram outside. That one's a miss. His 3rd shot of the game. He's made one of them. Here's Mr. Clutch. Boucher defending. Mr. Clutch. And he gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 6 points.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
It's his first trip to the line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90?
The Raptors shooting 28%, a rocky performance for them offensively. Well, Coach, Boston has been so close to that 18th NBA championship banner, finally able to win the title last season.
Yeah, they've been to the conference finals 6 times in the last 8 years. Lost in the 2022 finals. They got over the top with 2 additions. Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis. Those guys really helped.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Brandon Ingram's out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Shed in at point. Ingram against Tatum. Ingram kicks to Boucher. Here's Abaji. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
Puts up a 3. The rebound by Brandon Ingram. Raptors leading by 3. Pass to Boucher. Here's Shed. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Here's Boucher. And the dunk by Boucher.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Mr. Clutch gets the bucket. Mr. Clutch has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house.
So it's Toronto in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings.
Well, I think for the Raptors, they are hurting. What's that saying? It's always darkest before the dawn? Well, it must be in the middle of the night over there because it's dark.
And looking back on the first half of our game, it hasn't gone according to plan for the Boston Celtics. And that'll do it for halftime. we send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Clutch, he's checked in for Porzingis. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Holiday in the backcourt. To his side is White. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the Boston 5. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Inside, here's Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And guys, you cannot allow that in a close game. You have to make it harder than that.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Nice shot by Pirtle. Pirtle's got 8 points in the quarter.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. You love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Feeling it. No doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now. Shooting a terrific percentage from the field. Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. The offensive rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, well, like a lockdown corner in football, teams just try to keep the ball away from Jrue Holiday. He says, I feel like they're not afraid of me, but like, okay, get him off the ball. To me, that's respect. I don't need other people telling me how good I am. You can see it by their actions. Kevin?
So true. He can be intimidating, David, and we thank you for that report. Here's Boucher. The rebound by the Celtics. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
And here's Brown outside. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
Pass to Walter. Back to Ingram. Over Tatum. And it's Ingram missing.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Brandon Ingram. The Celtics have been solid at the line so far. 4 for 4.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And so quickly, we'll bring it up for the Raptors. A 2-point game. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And he's got his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. Fires from way outside. Mr. Clutch's shot is off.
They better clear a spot on the bench for him because that's where he's headed if he continues to take shots like that.
Yeah, you have to understand what you're good at and play within yourself. He just did the opposite.
So for Toronto right now, Walter out there with Emmanuel quickly. Then there's Pirtle. Then it's Brandon Ingram. And it's Mobo in at the 4. Raptors trail by 4. Tipped away. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Pass Pass to Quickly. Here's Pirtle. That's good, and it's Ingram with the assist. Ingram's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, when a great scorer can also hurt you with the pass like Ingram did there, it makes them much tougher to defend.
Mr. Clutch doesn't go for him. Some solid defense from Pirtle. Ingram against Brown. Ingram passes to Quickly. They set the screen to tie it up. Again, Toronto.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 11 since the start of the fourth quarter. Ingram wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Boston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Holiday gets the bucket.
Huge bucket by Holiday there. His team really needed that one.
Ingram against Brown. Ingram kicks to Pirtle. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter of this one. No good from outside that time from Mr. Clutch. Raptors trail by 3. Ingram outside. And there's a whistle that goes on Mr. Clutch. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk.
So it's the Celtics picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until